have a whole pile of gloves and a shriveled up bean just fell out of it. Oh, I should have put on my tie. And I also have to put up my picture of Doc. Hello, my name is Shantel. I'm Shantel from Shantel Is Probably Sorry. My cover is not even on right. My name tag is wet. There's water dripping on my thigh because I'm not wearing pants. My life, generally speaking, is in chaos. I need to clip my nails because I hate when they get, well, I don't like them stubby, but I don't like them, I don't like having nails. And now there's a baby crying. Oh, the time the reaction starts is in the description. You know, before I actually start my intro comments, which, by the way, this is Wynonna Earp 3x07, called I Fall to Pieces. Before I actually start my intro comments, which I'm talking about Michelle, Julian, and Nicole, and Wynonna, I wanted to say that it's funny because way back in, December, which is when I drew that picture of Gooverly, I had the idea. I started way back in December to draw all the characters from Wynonna Earp. Wynonna, Nicole, Waverly, Dolls, Doc, Jeremy, Rosita, a picture of Way Hot, a picture of a picture of Wynonna and Doc, and a picture of Wynonna and Dolls. And make time-lapse drawing videos for each of those characters, and then have them pop up after each video where the picture was in the background. I had that in my brain, but I only ended up actually doing 2 drawings. I did the Waverly drawing, I did the Doc drawing, which is about to be up. I'm about to go put that up, and that's it. And I started the Dolls drawing in March, and I got so busy that I didn't get to finish it until July, which is literally why this had been on for half a year. This had been on my wall for half a year, and it's still there. Even though I've finished drawing the character, it is still there, and it's staying there because I've gotten used to seeing it whenever I look up. So that's there now. So those are the only 2 videos I had actually already made up because I drew them in December and I drew Doc in January. So all the rest of the characters that I do or do not end up drawing would be kind of in the spare time that I don't have. And so, long story short, I was trying to stagger it between things I'm drawing now and things I've already drawn. But I'm too busy to even stagger it. Oh, I should put that up now. I'm not wearing pants, so hopefully nothing funny happens because I'm not trying to put that shit in my bonus. I like this drawing quite a bit. I had my difficulties with it and everything. Yeah, so my Gooverly drawing, and then I did my final, and I think this was the next thing I drew. I drew this in the basic vicinity of when I drew Gooverly. But yes, for anyone who is interested in owning any of the drawings that appear in my background, shoot me an email at shantelisprobablysorry@gmail.com. Kind of thinking about doing some sort of giveaway, but I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see how that goes. Oh, you know what sucks? Part of me was also considering starting to respond to comments in videos because I always read comments and intend to respond and actually think of what I'm going to say back, and then I just don't end up doing it. And I'm like, yeah, that's shitty. There's water on my sticky note now too. I'm not gonna do it. So Michelle Young casting, I found it interesting because Michelle is Waverly and Wynonna's mom. The actress looks just like Mel. It looks, like she could be a relative of Mel. But it was strange because the personality of the woman who plays Michelle, the current Michelle, and the acting style of that actress, whose name I never looked up, is so vastly different than the woman who plays the young Michelle, the Michelle that had just given birth to Waverly. And it was weird for me, especially the first time I watched it. First of all, there's a lot of stuff that I think, but I don't end up saying, because if I were to say every single thing that I thought, these videos would be much longer than they are, and I try to spread stuff out so that they're not as long. They're already too long. The average person has the attention span of a fly. Not literally, but so many people are so busy that nobody has time to actually sit down and watch something and enjoy something. So my videos are already too long without me going overboard. But anyway, especially in editing, I was like, wow, they just have such vastly different acting styles. I wrote I wrote Julian with a question mark and Jolene back with a question mark. Now listen to me closely. What I'm about to say is kind of a 3-in-1 type deal. Last episode, when young Michelle was like, where's Julian? I definitely heard, where's Jolene? And every single time, because I replayed that scene more than once, because I was like, oh wait, I'm confused. Not like confused, but I was trying to figure it out. I was like, so Jolene already exists and was already in their life when Waverly was born? It wasn't until editing that I realized that she said, where's Julian? And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And so all I was gonna say is I wonder when we're going to see Julian. That's it, that's all I was gonna say. And I mean, I wonder what role he's going to play in this season. I was just going to, I don't know, talk about Jolene a bit more, but I don't think that it is important for me to, because I misheard that whole scene. The third thing I was going to say is that I typed stuff out on the screen. It sounded like I said screen, but I said screen. Scream. Dom has a good scream. I'm just saying. I'm like, wow, that's very shrill. I will often like put little comments on the screen, especially if I'm amending something. Like in the last video, I put on the screen, when I watched this, I heard Jolene instead of Julian. But, you know, I was just thinking of how sometimes when I'm at work, I literally just try to find long videos on purpose and listen to them because I want to hear what's going on, but I'm not able to actually look at the screen because I'm doing stuff. And I'm like, I know that that's how quite a few people watch YouTube videos, especially, you know, videos such as mine where there's a lot of talking. And so I'm like, I wonder how many people don't actually get the full message because of the fact that they aren't actually watching the screen, because of all the stuff that pops up on my screen and all the annotations, basically annotations. Last thing is Nicole and Wynonna. However, I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to say. Maybe it'll be like last week where I remember halfway through the episode and just say it in my outro comments. So I guess we'll see. Nicole and Wynonna, I know that this is Stop Quipping and Run. I know Nicole and Wynonna are stuck together doing something. That's basically all I know about the episode. However, I was thinking today, oh, I remember what I forgot. It actually went along with the thing about comments, about how I was thinking of responding to comments and videos since I always don't get to do it when I'm actually just existing in my everyday life. One comment, it was a long comment, hey friend, they pointed out that as just food for thought, the ring was on Waverly's dresser. I'm going to scream. I've always wondered why I have problems saying R's sometimes. And I'm like, is it the patois? Is it just me? Like, is it a bilingual thing? Is patois even considered a second language? Yes, it is, because people cannot understand patois if you don't know what you're listening for. So, yeah, true. But it's also just another version of English. But so is, never mind. Let's not talk in a language. Let's stop. Let me go back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Shit. How the ring, Bulshar's ring. Doc is a vampire. Bulshar's ring was on Waverly's dresser before it came into Nicole's possession. And I was like, you know what? True. Or like it fell onto the dresser or something, or off of the dresser. But that it was Waverly's room and Waverly's dresser. And I mean, I know that it ended up in Nicole's hand, but that was valid. I was like, holy shit, right. Huh. I don't even know what I think anymore. You know, part of me was thinking that Nicole has some type of ties to Cluties. Part of me was wondering about demon lineage. Anyway, I was going to talk about Nicole and Wynonna because season 1, we saw them. They were a bit chummy, you know? They were chummy. There was that episode where they were pretty chummy, and it wasn't until season 2, if I'm remembering correctly, because for some reason, well, I know the exact reason why season 1 is so hazy to me, but season 1 is very hazy to me. Very much so. Which means I definitely have to go back and rewatch it at some point. And same thing with The 100. Earlier seasons of The 100, very hazy to me. Shit, to be honest, later seasons of The 100 are hazy to me too. But they seemed pretty damn chummy in season 1. And it wasn't until season 2 where these issues between them started to really surface and really pop up. And I'm like, where'd this shit come from? I thought they liked each other. And it was funny, I was thinking about that. I was like, obviously it was an artistic choice to create this dynamic between Nicole and Wynonna. But what exactly caused that? What made them decide that? And also, what was the difference between season 1 and season 2? And part of me was wondering if the reason Wynonna is so the way she is towards Nicole is just because of the fact that that's who her sister is dating. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out exactly why, what the characters, not the writers, what the characters' motivations were for being so at each other all the time. And I was just saying one of the differences between season 1 and season 2 is that in season 2, Waverly and Nicole are in an actual established relationship. I mean, it was, I think, the episode before the finale where Nicole got shot by Willa, and that is literally the end of season 1. Domesticated paradise. His eyes, never mind, let's not talk about it. I was about to start criticizing my picture right here. Literally. I actually started the sentences. I was about to be like,
this is wrong and this is wrong and I can't stand this part.
When am I gonna start Killing Eve? Because I'm wondering if Killing Eve is gonna end up replacing Orphan Black as my favorite show. I was literally just thinking about that today. I was like, when the am I gonna start Killing Eve? And is it gonna be my new favorite show? Because I mean, it has freaking Sandra/Sandra. Oh, I still haven't figured out how it's pronounced yet. I will figure out how it's pronounced by the time Killing Eve, but by the time I start watching Killing Eve. So already, it's gonna be phenomenal. Hello, Christina Yang. What's in love with her? Oh, hey!
Okay, this is a little less. I'm on edge, Charlie. If you can't handle that.
Wow!
You may handle me however you please.
Whoa. I thought that was going pretty good.
How's Purgatory's Finest this morning? Thank you. It's a relief for all that you do. I will also pre-order a dozen of your calendars.
I'm April this year.
Happy Easter to me.
I had no idea I was so out with your sister's girlfriend. That's so weird.
Nothing to see here. Just an adult woman with adult woman needs leading a fire hall.
You and Doc. Not a thing anymore?
We were never a thing. And I haven't seen him for a week.
You had his child friend. Oh, wow. What is this episode with all the nakedness? I see his ass. Wow, he has a nice body. I'm just saying, sorry. Wow. I feel like this whole thing has been a train wreck so far. I've been a train wreck this entire episode. Like, honestly, this entire video so far. Take you back. I'm in a train wreck.
Thereby rescuing my tall and jazzy, maybe kind of boyfriend. I've been trying to figure out where Bullshark could have moved his operation.
What's with your legs?
Shut up with your mouth. I'm finally gonna see your sex game.
You're gonna make it up to me.
I fear this is about to get weird.
Don't worry.
Trailer.
I'll drive if you're tired.
Sick of your attitude.
Smooth move, ginger spice. Just earned yourself 7 years bad luck.
I know this episode is luck themed. Luck be a lady tonight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Roll with ya, roll with ya. What's the matter, roll the dice? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That was me rolling the dice. Lady wouldn't flirt with strangers. I fall to pieces. Oh, because of the mirror. Where they fall.
Did Taylor use some dog man lately? No. A little whiskey. Leave the bottle.
Was she an extra in How to Get Away with Murder?
At Coles.
I replayed the whole ad. Damn it. I feel like I saw her face for a second there and I was like, she looks like that woman who was in the pilot of How to Get Away with Murder.
little whiskey.
Not
Here's the
her,
bottle.
but really looks like her. Might be her, actually.
Sheriff.
I'll look it up
Ginger
later.
ale.
She looks really good in that.
Hi, Bunny. Can I take your coat?
Why, so you can rifle through the pockets? Oh, what on God's flat earth is that?
Oh, that's just Calamity Jane.
Calamity, you're getting fat. Okay, just make yourself comfy. 1 second.
Sorry, I'm good. I didn't mean to do all that. That's extra. That's Ooh, honey.
Disgusting.
Bitch, so are you.
Randy Nedley is full of shit. I am so sick and tired of being kept in the dark about all the strange occurrences in purgatory. I'm thinking of backing Wynonna for sheriff.
The fuck?
You can't be serious.
Wynonna, you are a straight shooter. You're one tough bitch.
I know.
And the Earps are one of Purgatory's original families. This one. This one.
So what about this one?
What Purgatory needs is a homegrown hero, not some fly-by-night outsider who, let's face it, is a little too different.
Can I just, real quick, for a sec, 1 second.
No shit, not sheriff.
You have no reason you're
Quick, accuse me? You know what? Maybe I'd like to be sheriff.
No, we don't.
2.0. Oh, I'm your boss.
a creepy ass mirror in the process.
Help!
What is this? What rules? Purgatory is the goddamn Thunderdome, and Tina French. What are you even talking about? Please.
God damn it. I hate jump scares. I don't even know where my sticky notes went. Hello? How far did I throw them? I don't even think they're on my desk. Where did I throw my sticky notes? I kind of need those. You guys, I lost my sticky notes. Like, I honestly, they're gone. Did they go by my dresser? Did she say Isis before she went down? Mel is extremely pretty.
Different.
I have so many positive things to say about like each actor and whatever, and I just they come out when they come out. I just think very positive things of all the actors on this show, basically. So the nice things come out whenever they come out in whatever order. Cause like shit, Kat is also very pretty. But especially this episode, I don't know. There's like some weird glow to Mel's eyes.
Can't be serious.
But they both look amazing.
Dead serious. You're one tough bitch.
I know.
And the Earps are one.
Balls, Bunny's dead. Calamity's dead, she's allergic.
Yeah.
Why don't I get her first?
Yeah, Cash.
No! Medication! Wynonna. Don't take me to Purgatory General. They have too many immigrant doctors. It's not funny, you. Jeez. Buzz, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Who needs my help now?
I just want to say that the lady in pink is a very distasteful human being. And by the lady, I mean the character. I don't know anything about the actress. Don't be weird.
You're gonna friendly bikers hosting a Golden Girls trivia night.
Get me out of here, you white trash dog! You're feeling better. Try your handle.
I am! It doesn't open from the inside with the safety feature. Haven't you been arrested like 500 times?
Very distasteful.
You are some kind of moron, what?
Drink.
You know, it's funny because 207,
Feeling there, Ralphie boy.
they got drunk together, and 307
Strong.
getting drunk.
college.
How are you not bombed? You weigh like 8 pounds.
Yes, honey.
Oh! Can you move her like way?
You're going too fast and I'm too drunk.
In the snow, you poor souls. In the snow. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I forgot. You threw my massacre.
Oh.
Yeah, that one was legit. Ibiska. Ibitesa.
As much as I love a feel-good ending, this ain't it. Any last words?
I miss Macaulay
No,
Culkin.
really, I love her.
Sure makes me look like an asshole.
Sure, it made me look like an asshole. Tell Waverly I love her.
You owe me a wife.
A who?
Better or worse? Worse.
Okay.
Not so fast, Shantel.
Oh, dear.
You shall not pass! Yeah, on second thought, you do you, man.
Now choose.
How could we
She'd
possibly
make a great gnome wife. And I know she's great in bed because my house has very thin walls.
You want a wife, but you need a man. You're missing a piece.
Monique, you're all right.
Exactly how my first grinder date ended.
The
I've said too much.
Down at the old roadhouse. Doors are open. You are abandoning your family for love.
Like I'm gonna let a vampire lecture me on love.
Listen, last week, or when I was recording 306, he said that Mama Earp, or whatever, finds out Doc's secrets. I'm like, oh, she figures out that he's a vampire, which is why I had no, like, expression there. Like, oh, how does she know? Because I already knew that she knew that she was going to figure it out. Sorry. She knows. I know she knows. I know she knows. It was funny there how Wynonna and Nicole were forced to say good things about each other, you know. It's like, take the other one as the wife. And so we get to see part of how they actually, in some ways, admire each other. But I mean, that is not a surprise to me. That's not, I mean, I knew that. I feel like you can tell, even though they bicker a lot, that they have a respect for each other and in their own way a love for each other. I think that them both being connected to Waverly is the main factor that makes them try to be better, I guess I should say, because it's kind of like where, you know, you get two people, and I've actually experienced this. Never mind, I'm not going to get too much into it. The two of you realize, wow, you know, honestly, especially if it's like where you, for whatever reason, meet someone through someone else, whether it be a new person being brought into your family or, well, for whatever reason, you and another person, though you have traits about each other that you can respect, it's kind of the thing where your personalities are so different or they conflict so much that it's something that you wouldn't even find worth the effort into maintaining any sort of relationship with that person. But when you have a connection between you, you know, like in this case between them, it's Waverly, and you both love this person dearly, and you know that this person loves both of you dearly, you at least, you're kind of stuck having to make that effort and to deal with the person. But I feel like if Waverly wasn't in the mix, at least at this point, they wouldn't, you know, put in the effort to at least try to be civil.
She saved your life.
Do it.
Cordial bitch.
Thank you.
Perhaps. But she does not belong here in purgatory. Are you a xenophobe or a homophobe? Why?
All of them.
Just one.
Even though it was against her best interest, Nicole did the right thing. If you don't back Nicole for sheriff, I am sending that monster and all of his demon friends to your house. And Nicole Hutt's gonna get the next sheriff. Okay? Have a lovely day. You need to get to church. You gotta book yourself that cruise. How long have you been listening?
Would have been rude to interrupt.
You would be a good wife.
Ah, thank you. But you're not my type. You cheat at drinking games. Cheers.
Another truce, a win.
I love you too. Lynn, I know it's terribly unfair and sometimes I really get
jealous because you get to be.
To be what?
You.
This is the
Well, you
best.
stayed to this land same as me. You never had a choice.
What do you mean?
Don't make me cry. I swear to God, I already have the chills. Do not.
Oh,
Hurt me and I'll hurt you back.
Everything good that I have in my life is because I came back to the Ghost River Triangle.
You're like a daughter to me.
Oh, I love this so much. It hurts. It hurts knowing the things you hear.
You're wrinkling the crease in my khakis.
No, I might actually cry. Stop.
Thank you. You are a tough act to follow.
I'm not going anywhere. Congratulations, Sheriff Hunt. You earned it.
Oh, a tub with tequila and salt that written.
I have had a day.
She's gone. But we just had Christmas together and it was so nice.
We spend our whole lives trying to figure out why she does what she does.
Sometimes searching is the only answer.
I just feel empty. I just feel so empty. I actually have somewhat meaningful outro comments. So when is Wynonna gonna find out that Doc is a vampire? And is she going to get angry because I feel as though she is?
you refused me.
Oh. Ooh.
Wynonna, I do care.
The ooh.
You are running out of road, woman.
Someone's about to.
What about Alice?
The intensity here.
What would our daughter say if she knew?
Of all people should understand the sacrifices that have been made.
You wanted your immortality, that badly selfish asshole.
Watch your mouth!
There are some advantages. You're not welcome in my home anymore.
Don't you do this.
No. You did this. Not me.
I have the chills. The amount of intensity there. Just.
Next time on Wynonna Earp. Doc is the one responsible for turning me.
How do you feel about potatoes?
Oh, I find it very appealing.
Okay. What the I just pinched my neck. So that was Wynonna Earp 307 called I Fall to Pieces. Well, first thing, I'm just gonna get this out the way because I already said it, is that I found it interesting how 207 was the episode where, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check in my book, but just my memory is telling me 207, but my memory is wrong sometimes. I was thinking that that was the episode where Nicole and Wynonna went to go look for the revenant that Wynonna had sex with. Aphrodite made me do it. Yes, because I wrote down Drunk Nicole A+. So it is 207. But at the 7th episode of either season, we've had drunk wine. Nick, no, why, wait, shit. Wine hot. Wine hot. What episode was it that they got drunk in season 1? Wouldn't it be ironic if it were the 7th episode? I feel as though we hadn't had like a Nicole-centric episode in a while. Next episode seems like it's gonna be very dog-centric. And I mean, like 305 was very Waverly-centric. Listen, I'm gonna go all the way to Netflix to figure this out because I'm beginning to think it was the 7th episode of the 1st season. In the meanwhile, though, I'll just say some stuff about 306 because, you know, last episode was their Christmas episode. But the song that played at the end and the song that Waverly sang at the end, two things to say. I really love the song. It's really nice. The song, I like it. I'm just gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. But then I also thought that it was kind of an asshole move. I also thought that it was kind of an asshole move to give Dom, who is very, very British, these songs with all these hard R's in them. And you can I love you more each year. Something with a ear, something with a cheer here, something. But I'm just like, oh wow. It was indeed 107. 7th episode of every season. It is tradition for Wynonna and Nicole to get drizzunk. Iconic. I will look forward to the 7th episode of every season forever. That's a joke. It's probably just a coincidence. Unless it's not, because it's literally, these are the only times it's ever happened. I think this show is very unconventional. And I mean, it was, you know, everyone's first instinct that, oh, the mirror broke. That is what is contributing to their bad luck. But no, it was a gnome. And I just think that it was funny that it wasn't the mirror. And I mean, it would make sense that the show would pull something like that. Like, oh no, it's not the mirror. It is literally a ceramic gnome who is betrothed. I can't even say that word right, but I feel sick to my stomach. Ugh. It was literally gnomes. I do want to say I always enjoy, or usually enjoy, seeing Wynonna and Nicole together because of their relationship, and well, it seems very complex because, well, because of everything that I've already said. I don't have to say it again because I've already said it. But even in that scene when they were having drinks, oh, you know what's funny? Actually, when Wynonna told Bunny, when Wynonna told Bunny off and threatened to sick monsters on her, well, I expected that because especially at the beginning where Bunny referred to Nicole as this one, Wynonna immediately, like, you could see something like go off, and Wynonna like, what do you mean this one? It's crazy how they love each other in their own ways, and they would do so much for each other and to ensure that the other is well and safe, yet they bicker so much because they are so different in personality. And I think that's funny because I actually have a situation like that currently happening in my life, but there's no need to go into it. But I'm just gonna say that I'm, you know, in that situation with, you know, a person who is very much present in my life. It's like I would die for you, but also we get on each other's nerves, so what is the truth? Both are true. Are you xenophobic or homophobic? Why not both? But I adored that scene of them talking together, especially like Nicole admitting to some jealousy, the admissions of admiration, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I said that during the scene. I was like, I love this so much. I did, because they bicker, but they have great respect for each other in their own ways, even though there are qualities about each other that they despise. It's crazy and complicated. I didn't quite expect. No, let me finish Nicole before I go on to Doc. Sorry. Nicole and Nedley. Oh my gosh. I think it's funny, before I continue, how Nicole said that she doesn't talk to her parents. Nedley's like, because of who you are, and that leaves the assumption that it's because she's gay, but no, it's because she's a cop. She's like, yeah, because I'm a cop. And also leads me to wonder, especially since we've seen Waverly's mom and probably soon to see dad this season, if we're gonna end up seeing Nicole's parents at some point here. I mean, we already did meet her wife and all. I don't know why I had to bring that up. You know you're petty when just her and Nedley's relationship. I think it's an underappreciated gem. And, you know, Even by me, I often underappreciate their relationship, but definitely here in this episode, it was a gem. I appreciated this episode. That's what it is. I was gonna say that I appreciate so much about this episode when it really boils down to I appreciate this episode and the information revealed wherein, especially regarding Nicole and Nedley, and I feel like we learned a lot about Nicole this episode, and I appreciate that. I appreciated the vulnerability that Kat and the actor who plays Nedley, whose name I do not know, I appreciated the vulnerability they both brought in the portrayals of their characters in that scene at the end where, you know, Nicole approaches him with the picture. I appreciated that scene a lot and how it was acted. And I also very much appreciate the way Tim and Mel acted that final scene because, wow. Based on the promo, there was a lot of Doc in it, which makes me wonder if it's actually going to be as Doc heavy as the promo makes it seem to be. Kind of looking forward to the confrontation between Kate and Wynonna next episode, and I also know that it looked like we're getting time jumps into the origins of Kate, which reminded me there was something odd about the execution of the scene last episode where it was Wynonna, Kate, and Doc just all talking in the room. The scene was obviously placed there as a means to answer a whole lot of the audience's questions at one time, but that's what it felt like. When I was watching it, I was like, this scene is extremely expository, and I just felt as though it was maybe too much in one scene or just the delivery of it. I've actually gotten that criticism before myself in my own writing, which is why it stuck out to me so much, because I mentioned that I wrote a story called AI in my video for the Bold Type season 2 finale part 2, because that's where my discussion was. I talked about this story that I wrote. I wanted it specifically to explore the concept of trying to bring someone back from the dead. Summary: 2 main characters, both women, they're married, they've known each other since they were like in elementary school. Sky and Alex were their names. One of them was human, one of them was part AI, carbon-based AI. It's sci-fi shit. Stop. Don't. I'm gonna make myself emotional reading that. That's bullshit. I can't believe I wrote something so depressingly horrible called AI. But long story short, my teacher was like, you explained everything through the dialogue, and it came off as expository. So this was like in the criticism of my first draft. It wasn't my final draft that this criticism was on, because I fixed it, but she's like, this is all too expository. The exposition is coming entirely through the dialogue and through nothing else, and it comes off that way. And so that scene just, to me, came off that way. It's like, let's figure out every single question that the audience may have and answer it right here. And that was like the main vibe I got from that scene. Funny, because I was gonna forget to even mention that until I brought up, well, Kate next episode, the confrontation between Kate and Wynonna, because obviously Wynonna's pissed. But we're gonna see what actually happened between Doc and Kate. Ooh, wait, release her. We're gonna see Mama Earp again. I wonder how long she's gonna be gone. I know we also see Robin next episode, and also Potato Licking. So much that you can figure out from one trailer. Well, technically there's 2 trailers, because if that promo hadn't played, I wouldn't know what was going on next episode, so. Okay, well, though, I guess this is it for me. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Be sure to share this if you know anyone who may want to see it. Speaking of which, right after I turn this camera off, I'm going to share 306 to Tumblr and do a mood board, because my screenshots from that. Anyway, share this if you know anyone who may like to see this. Comment if you have anything to share. I like reading people's thoughts, even if I don't address them, which I seem to not always do. I enjoy seeing them, and I enjoy interacting with other people who watch the show. I think, that's the appeal of a channel such as this, where I'm talking about a show, and you want to talk to someone else who has some similar interests as your own. It's a shared interest. You want to talk about it. Anyway, though, my battery has 2 minutes left. Interested in owning any of my work? Shoot me an email at here Hope you're having a wonderful existence, and I guess that brings me to my life. I feel kind of sick to my stomach. Living in the Dare Heights, the Black Beverly Hills, domesticated paradise. His eyes. Never mind. Let's not talk about it. I can't believe I actually caught that. My nails are dirty. I hate that. I hate having dirty nails. My job kind of makes it hard for me to keep clean nails though, so I'm always clipping them. It's a girl from Black Mirror. I know she knows. I know she knows. She knows. Hey, ooh. No, that. Okay, there's a fly in my light, and subsequently I just looked into my light directly. Save. God damn it. Whether you fall, nothing at all. Whether you get up, whether you get up, Help!
What is this? What?
Hello? How far did I throw them? I don't even think they're on my desk. Where did I throw my sticky notes? I kind of need those. Do they go behind my dresser? They probably did. Oh, no. Do I need to turn on this camera and like see where I threw that shit? There they go. It's another cup. Here's a fan and tape and a landline, a bunch of markers, some BBs, a few hard drives, camera shit, gloves, lots of gloves, and staples. No sticky notes though. Well, yes, sticky note. Oh, I found them. I got my arm dusty for no reason. Come away with me and Junior? Oh, and you farted. God damn it, dog. Spray. I know there's spray on my desk.
You found my mementos.
The manner of speaking.
She must be some woman if you're willing to. It's sweet you think she'd want you now.
It's another cup. Free. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. That was me rolling the dice. Can't believe I actually just sat here and sang that shit. Bye. I'm gonna turn my camera off before it dies. I win. It said 1 minute. Bye.